It's the unasked question. The easy questions. Who? When? Where? Well, they answer themselves, really. But why? Why go to sea in a craft so small, so fragile, so ancient? Why chase all those horizons, storms and rainbows? It probably started months before, in dreams, in books, in pencil markings on old charts, tide tables, weather reports, in visions from old photographs, in piles of gear and supplies that need sorting. Then, before you even think to ask, you find yourself at sea.
On the edge of the south now. The wind's picked up probably 15 to 20 knots around this corner, this headland. So it's pretty wild woolly out here. There's pine trees about 50 odd metres away from me. Where is he? There he is.
Why camp on the thinnest sliver of land and worry all night, lying awake, listening, trying to plot a course through the rising wind, the booming surf, the creeping tide, reading the old chart in your dreams? Why? Now there's a question. There's a point after you've mastered the basics, at least so you don't have to think about them all day, that you know you're just another creature at sea, in a whole universe of moving parts, out there, and your total being is just trying to hold it all together. It's some kind of balancing act. It feels like chaos, but it's not, of course. Just a series of elemental forces. Gravity, pressure, time. There's the channel markers. So there's just one deep channel, the old riverbed, which comes all the way down and makes it all the way down to the ocean. And you can paddle up to the old channel markers and just see how much tidal flow there still is. And yep, she's still ripping out. You know you're just a tiny speck in that galaxy of sparkling lights, but you're still part of it. Part of that swirling, unfolding universe, at least for a while. And you feel it, every bit as real as the spray in your face. You have passed through what T.S. Eliot called some kind of unknown, unremembered gate, and found yourself between two waves at sea. And it took all your mind and all your body to live for just a while in that condition of complete simplicity, which you know will cost you nothing less than everything. I suppose it's easy enough to trace that love. Born in a fishing village, rocked asleep to the beat of the waves, But then our father followed work inland, and I was landlocked, with only the summer months of youth to learn to think like a fish. Along every rock wall, every sandspit, every old timber jetty, but always bound to those edges, always looking out to sea. Then finally getting my chance, going to sea in a craft so small, so fragile, so ancient. Did I choose that? Or did the ocean, the kayak and the paddle choose me? Well, that's another unasked question. Later, chasing my own work, I was landlocked again. Kept in touch with the sea, but only just. Learning a few more secrets of the ocean in a roundabout way, through teaching others, guiding them along the coastal rim. One hand on the rail, bearing off now and then, catching features, returning, always returning, to the same channels, bays and camps. Experience somehow becoming knowing.
I'm walking on the south side of Snake Island, off the coast of southern Victoria. What a magnificent place. So close to civilization yet, almost a perfect wilderness. Very few people come here. A few sea kayakers, the occasional walker. We've been sea kayaking down here for 5 or so days with my group who are walking up ahead. And it's too windy to paddle today, so we're heading out on a walk on the southern shore. We've just been shadowing 2 dolphins cruising along just behind the waves. We have this brilliant scenery down the east coast of Wilson's Prom.
But still wondering if it was even possible to teach someone else a true love for the sea, the kayak and the paddle. And of course I'd lay awake at night, again and again, listening to the tents flapping in the wind, worrying about the dawn crossing.
And those morning showers, I can hear them. They've just started on the outside of the tent. So, brace yourself and get up and get going. Get some breakfast, pack the boat, get on the water.
Got to catch the tide and beat the wind. Got to safely guide my little pod of paddlers back to shore. Did they learn the lessons of the wave and the wind and the ever-changing surface of the ocean? Well now, that's an unasked question. I'm older now. I paddle along safer shores now. I'm still trying to learn to think like a fish. Still mesmerised by the ocean. But I can rest a while and think back to all those times that I found something real.
Off you go, matey.
Piercing the light or breaking in the storm. Even now, those moments still come to me. While I wait between the sine curve of the tides, and I'm silent, to the point of simply being, dwelling even, with the kayak, the paddle and the ocean. Those moments come back to me again and again. Spots of time, Wordsworth called them, where we cast off the deadly weight and are invisibly repaired. For the sea may take us, but it may also heal us, lift us up, and place us safely back on the shore. These are the moments that live, for as long as we shall live, and we feel no need to ask, or even think, the unasked question.